Welcome back to another episode of the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. Hello, friends. I really hope that the last 2 weeks you've enjoyed on the podcast getting a sneak peek into the Get Clients Now challenge that is now available. You can purchase it. The link is below if you only want to purchase just the challenge. And if you want access to the challenge, plus access to challenges and classes and events every single month, you're going to want to buy the class pass. I have linked the class pass below for only $17 a month. So it is a discount because typically it's $47 a month. So if you are wanting classes every month, challenges, if you're wanting to get the inside scoop inside of our membership with our community, Slack channel, private podcast every single month, grab it now for only $17 a month. Also, in other news, we only have 4 spots left for Coach School for quarter 1. And we've opened 12 seats per quarter, and we only have 4 left. And that is so exciting. And by the time this is airing and listening, it could be less. You'll have to check the sales page. It says it in the checkout. It'll say how many spots are left. And then if you cannot get a seat this quarter, you can always book for next quarter and lock in your start date for April, May, or June. And so I am just like, if you could see me right now, I'm like grinning from ear to ear, and it's just insane. Yesterday, I went and coached our open coaching. So every Monday, we do open coaching, which means everyone comes, you can ask anything. It's like masterminding coaching. Everyone who wants coached gets one-to-one coached. And then on Thursday mornings, we break out into small groups. So you're either in your building cohort or your launching cohort. And then we like dive deeper into, I'm teaching a topic, and then you're being specifically coached based on building, launching, whatever. And then on Thursday afternoons, it's either me, one of our team members, one of our other co-coaches, or a guest expert coaching. So I think like this Thursday, I'm coaching in there on mindset. And then we have Courtney coaching on like systems and automations. She's one of our co-coaches. And then we have Jenny who comes in and coaches quarterly on copywriting. And we have guest experts. We have other team members coaching on other topics. So every single week you're with us anywhere from 1 to 3 times a week. But yesterday when I was coaching open coaching, which means everyone's in the room, it's just insane to have like a full room, a full coaching room of students. Currently, we have 30 students in the program, and our goal for this year was to add 55 additional students. So because we have throughout the year, people will be unenrolling and people will be graduating, and then new people coming in. So for 2024, it was to enroll 55 additional new students and add on to the additional students that we already have. So to go into a full Zoom room, like my heart is just so happy because I remember years ago, like just wanting a full group coaching program, and now to have it, it's so cool. It's so fun. But we do have a few spots open. The link is down below. Join right now. If you have like, I have no idea what Coach School is, let's talk about it. So I want to take you back to my journey. And if you're like, Tay, I've already heard your journey, like, sure, maybe you have. There's been like a million times I'm sharing, right, my story, my journey. But I want to take you back to this specific moment in my journey. And it's going to tie into everything you need to know to have a successful coaching business. And it's all going to tie in very nicely. And you're like, it will all come full circle. Just stay with me. Okay. So as you all know, I started as a virtual assistant. 2018, I moved into agency. In 2018, I also went through a divorce, and I also tried to go back to a 9-to-5, and the 9-to-5 told me no, and I decided to niche down, moved into agency. I was booked out, yada, yada, right? You've heard the story. So then I do my agency so I'm a virtual assistant from 2016 to 2018. I'm an agency owner from 2018. Well, I mean, technically until now, I'm still an agency owner, but before even coaching, I was just an agency owner until 2019. And then at the end of 2019, I decided, I'm going to have a blog, and I'm going to have a course, and I'm going to like kind of like step into some coaching, one-to-one coaching. I'm going to add in one-to-one coaching. I'm going to add in VIP days for 2020. So I do that. And then the end of 2020 comes, and we're going into the new year of 2021, and I am burnt out. I am so over my business. I'm so miserable. I'm barely making 3 to 5K months, and it's very inconsistent. So like 1 month I might have a 5K month, but then that's not repeatable because it was just like one VIP client. And then it's just this whole thing. And I'm working 40 to 60 hour weeks, and I'm like constantly at my computer. I'm constantly in my office. I'm not spending any time with my family. I'm like not doing the things I got in business to do, which was to have a lot of money, pay off my debt, feel free, feel abundant, plus have like all this time. And for so many of you, I know you can relate to this, where you got into business for time and money freedom, obviously, and you've built yourself back into a job, or you're not seeing the success and the progress that you thought you were going to have. And this is so normal because the online industry, it's really like shows you like you can have this life. And so you think, oh, I'm going to get into business and I'm going to have this life. And then when you don't, you're like, oh, something's wrong with me. You quit, you give up, you get frustrated, whatever. And this was me. And I was so burnt out, and I hated my business. So I decided, at the beginning of 2021, I'm going to invest. I'm going to find a coach. I'm going to join a high ticket coaching program because something has to change. And if I do this and it doesn't change, I'm going to quit. I'm going to just be like, I did my best, but this isn't worth it for me. So I joined the coaching program. It's $10,000. I decide to go to every call, to show up on every call, to get all the coaching, because I'm like, something has to happen from this, right? Because otherwise I'm going to quit, and then I'm going to be out $10,000 because I don't have $10,000 and I've never made $10,000. And so I go to all the coaching calls, and I'm like fully immersed in the coaching. I'm doing the course training. I'm showing up to all the calls. I'm asking for coaching on every call. I'm like bearing it all. I'm crying on calls. I'm like getting off and doing work. Like I'm putting in the freaking work. And I told this coach and everyone in the room, I don't think 10K months are even possible. Like, I don't even think this is a real thing. I think people are lying. I don't think anyone's making this amount of money. And I don't think it's possible. Like, I just don't. I don't believe it. It's some bullshit. I'm laughing today. Like today, me is like, wow, that's insane. So then within 60 days of being in this program, I decide, you know what? I'm going to build a group coaching program because I want to make more money. I want to work less. And like, I want to try. Like, what's the worst that can happen? At this point, I hate everything else I'm doing. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that happens is I fail, it doesn't work, and I'm in the same place. Okay. So who cares? So I'm like, I'm going to launch a group coaching program. Did I have a full course? No. Did I have a big community? No. Did I have a team? No. Did I make 6 figures yet? No. Did I have proof that I could fill a program? Absolutely not. I had no community, no Facebook group, like 50 people, maybe less than 100 people on my email list. And my one-to-one coaching roster was far from full. I think I had like 2 one-to-one clients, maybe. So I had no proof that having a group coaching program was going to do anything for me. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And then I decide, because this is in April and my birthday is in May, that I'm going to host a birthday party online. And I'm going to tell everybody that I know on social media to come to my birthday party. And it's going to be so much fun. And I'm going to decorate and I'm going to dress up. And I'm going to teach people what I've been doing in my agency and being a service provider, and like how I've made money as a service provider. And it's just going to be a fun time. I'm going to do a giveaway at the end, and I'm going to launch this program. Okay. And at this point, I don't really think a lot into it. I don't think of it as like a launch. I just think of it as like a party to get more people in my community. So I tell everyone, if you join, you get access to the giveaway. If you come live, you get points. If you, I think the replays are even on this podcast if you go back far enough. Or I know one of my birthday parties is at least on the podcast. Maybe not the first one, but maybe like the second one. I don't know. So I tell everyone, like, invite your friends. If you invite your friends, you get points, whatever. So by the time that the birthday party challenge rolls around, I have now 150 people in this Facebook group that I just started. Okay, I had 0. Now I have 150 people because people are bringing their friends. And I do the 5 days live, and it is so much fun. I've got like a music playlist. We're like all like becoming friends and getting to know each other. And I'm just like showing up in my most fun, authentic energy, and I'm coaching, and I'm having like the best time of my life. Right. And for almost forgetting, like, I have to tell people about an offer that I haven't even built yet. I don't even have an offer built. I just have a concept and an outline, and I'm going to start it in July. And here we go. And so I go through the 5 days, and at the day 5, I tell people, I'm going to launch this program in July. It's May. And if you want to join, you have like a week and you get a discount, and then we're going to start in July. And I made $30,000. $30,000 from this launch. Little old me, who did not think a 10K month was possible, and I had never had a 10K month, had a $30,000 launch. Okay. Now I want to say this is probably not normal if you've never been in online business before. Did I have people who followed me on social media? Yes. However, it was a very, very small amount of people. Okay. And a lot of people just knew me from being a virtual assistant and like following along as a service provider, seeing another service provider being a service provider. But never in my wildest dreams would I have thought, like, people really want me to coach them. This is fucking insane. Okay. I'm like, okay, cool. This is awesome. Start my group coaching program in July and I'm coaching. And I love it. And it's so much fun. And through coaching these people, all of them at this point are service providers. And through coaching, they're all in the exact same place that I was in. They hate their life. They hate service providing. They're trading a lot of time for dollars. They're not making a lot of money. They don't want to have an agency and they want to move into coaching. I'm like, okay, well, if you move into coaching and you do one-to-one coaching, you're going to be back in the exact same place you were in, trading time for dollars. It's like basically the same thing, except for instead of trading a service, you're trading coaching as the service. So you're going to build yourself back into the same thing. So why not just build a group coaching program? And this started like the spiral, okay, of now Coach School being helping service providers and new coaches create a group coaching program and sell it and make, 6 figures. But I didn't know in the moment that like this was all transpiring. Okay. So then I decide at the end of 2021, I'm going to do something called Killer Offer Week. And I'm going to do like a little 3-day challenge and invite people to come to build their killer offer. Because that's what I was doing in my coaching program is like, it always came down to this offer. Like everything we did came back to the offer every single time. And so I do that. And then I think I ended up making, what was that launch? $35,000 off that launch. And I was like, okay, interesting. Like, this is interesting because through this, yeah, I had signed clients like one off here and there, maybe like one a month. And I think at the time my program was like 5 or 6K, but it again was just like a one-time client once a month. Cool, awesome. But I'm not seeing like the big numbers, right? And it's kind of like few and far between. And so then we go into 2022 and I do the birthday party again and I sign more clients. And then I do Killer Offer Week again at the end of the year and I sign more clients. I think the second time I did it, we ended up calling it Offer Bootcamp, which now we do every single year. And the birthday party thing, we still do every single year. So those are my 2 events that I do every year. And my Offer Bootcamp is now also the course. So you can go buy the course. The link is below. And you can see like the live event that I hosted in 2021 and then 2022 and then 2024. Like you would get all access to all of those replays inside Offer Bootcamp course. And so I think the second time I ran it, it was like a $45,000 launch. I'm almost positive like 42K. It was over 40K launch. Okay. And so then I go into 2023. I have my baby in April, the end of April. My birthday party is in May. And I decide to start Coach School, which is like the form of the academy, which I was coaching before. I come off maternity leave. I do the event, make $57,000. Girl, what? So then all of last year, I'm like in this new phase of like, now I have 2 kids, now I have a new baby. Like I'm kind of starting over because when I had my first daughter, it was at the very first year of my business. So, right, it's been 7 years since I've had a child and like I'm running a completely different business now with a child. And last year was like a big pivotal moment for me of like really getting, like, I felt like a fish out of water last year. Like I felt like I had no idea what I was doing, even though I definitely did. And I made more money last year than any other year I've ever had in business. And I felt out of sorts and I wasn't like coming back to like the things I know in my roots. So the beginning of 2024, I'm doing Offer Bootcamp Live for 6 weeks. So I did Offer Bootcamp Live for 6 weeks, paid. You had to pay to come to that. And some of my events were paid and some were free. And I did that for 6 weeks. And then I did the Get Clients Now challenge 2 weeks ago. And between those 2 live events, I made $57,000. And I was like, hello? Like I'm teaching this. I'm telling people about this. I've been doing this since the very beginning of my coaching career. This has now built my audience to where it is today. It's now built my income to where it is today. And it's now filled up my entire coaching program just from doing live events and challenges. And you don't need ads because I don't run ads. You don't need to make 6 figures first or have a large audience first because I didn't do that either. And this is exactly what has made me the money and the community and everything, and his full circle came from doing live events. Have I made clients and money outside of live events? Yes. But is it the easiest way, the fail-proof way to get clients? Also, yes. I have never hosted a live event that did not convert at least one high-ticket client. Never. In all of my years of coaching. And so I've decided, well, I'm going to do a live event, another one. And it starts tomorrow. If you're listening today, it starts tomorrow. It's live. It's 2 days. It's free. And I'm going to teach you how to build your own profitable challenge or event. Paid or free, doesn't matter. But I'm going to break down how you can implement this strategy into your business and start seeing results immediately. So get in there, get the ticket right now, because you're not going to want to miss this. And this is exactly what I teach in coach school to get more clients in. And now Instagram has been, I don't even know what Instagram is doing, right? People's views are tanking, story views are tanking. It's been awful, right? Social media has been awful, but this has been the way to kind of not have to worry, like, oh, if not as many people on social are seeing my content, it's not the end of the world, because I know how to have other strategies that make money. I have other strategies that make money. And what's even better about that is I could plan one time a month to do a class, a challenge, an event, which is going to take me anywhere from 1 to 5 days, right? It could be 1 day, it could be 3 days, 5 days, doesn't matter. 1 week out of the month to get people in a room with me, to tell them what I know, to coach them, to give them value, and then to sell them into my offer. And then the other weeks in my business, I take a full week off every month. And then the other 2 weeks are telling people about the challenge and the event, right? So I'm scheduling content. Scheduling podcasts, emails, and social content literally takes me like 2 days, maybe. I can plan 2 days a month to record 4 podcast episodes, write some emails, and create some reels. They're already scheduled. They're ready to go for the month. They're telling everybody about my event or my challenge. People are signing up for it. I show up and I do the event or the challenge, which again takes 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, whatever you decide. And then I invite people into my program. The other days I'm coaching in my program. So when I did the Get Clients Now challenge, that was 5 days long. That entire week I coached, it was like 80, 70, 80 people between my program and the offer or the challenge. I worked less than 12 hours that week and signed in those clients and made that $57,000 from less than 12 hours a week. So this is the strategy, the number one strategy that has never failed me. Never. Never, never, never. When people weren't buying from my email list, when people weren't seeing me on social media, when people weren't buying from social media, when I didn't want to, do DM sales all day, every day, this strategy has never failed me. And I'm going to teach you how to do it, even with a small audience, even if you haven't made money, even if you haven't even launched your program yet. I'm going to talk about that and how that can play into it too. But this has been like the easiest, non-stressful launch strategy that you could ever have. And I'm teaching it live for free tomorrow. So get the link below, come and join me live and see how it works. And I will tell you the exact strategy that you can start implementing right away. And then come join us inside Coach School so I can give you your own hands-on one-to-one customized strategy for your offer, your business, and your own challenge and launch strategy so that you can start making 6 figures as a coach. As always, thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you on the next episode.